Hello there. Today I would like to go over the games I completed in January. One of my goals for this year is to really focus on completing more of my games, so I thought it would be fun to make monthly roundups of the games I finished to help keep track of how many games I managed to play throughout the year. In January, I finished in total 7 games. 3 of those I played handheld and 4 I played in console mode with my husband. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 was the first game that I completed. I put roughly 100 hours into this game, but not all at once. I have been slowly playing it over the last couple months. I really love this world and all the characters in it, but unlike other Xenoblade Chronicles games, I did become a little fatigued with the grind, which is why I ended up taking so many breaks. But I'm very glad I stuck with it and finished. This is a fantastic game, and I would say overall, this was my favorite game of the month. While playing Xenoblade on console, I was playing Ghost of Tsushima with my husband, and wow, this is such a beautiful game. It's very cinematic, which was emphasized with the different screen filters, such as the black and white film filter, which was my favorite way to play. It really felt like we were in an old samurai movie. The story was moving, and I keep wanting to call it poetic, because writing haikus was one of the biggest highlights for me. That may sound silly because writing haikus is a small side mission aspect to the game, but it's such a beautiful way to feel more emotionally connected to the main character, who can be a little stoic. This is a great game and I really enjoyed it. The second handheld game I played was Layton's Mystery Journey on the Switch. I love puzzle games, and in particular, I love every Layton game I've played so far. I had been so excited for this game when it first released, but for some reason I didn't finish it. Most likely I had been distracted by an even newer release. I'm so happy I returned to this game. The animation is adorable and the puzzles are so much fun, although quite easy at times. I hadn't realized just how close I was to completing the game when I had picked it back up. Putting down a game just before completion is a bad habit I'm trying to break. Puzzle games are definitely a genre I return to most often for repeated plays, so I'm very happy to have this in my collection, and now I can finally mark it as complete. The last game I played exclusively handheld was Code Realize Guardians of Rebirth. Now, I'll say that it's complete with an asterisk. I count completing one storyline as completing the game. About a year ago, I had completed Victor Frankenstein's story, and this time I played Van Helsing's. I love a good graphic novel, but I don't like to do multiple playthroughs in a row. Honestly, I wait until I can't remember what happened very well, and that's when I know it's time for the next storyline. This story has a steampunk theme that I love so much, and all the love interests are based in fantasy/literature, as you can probably tell from the names of the characters I've pursued so far. The story is campy fun that you can't think too hard about, you just have to enjoy the ride. One day I'll make it to the sequel games, Future Blessings, and Winter's Tide Miracle. Super Mario Bros. Wonder. We played in console mode, and at first we were playing as a family, but my son lost interest. This month, my husband and I decided to go ahead and finish the game 2-player. I really love Daisy, so I was thrilled she was a playable character. This world is very cute, it's easy to pick up and play, and it's really nice having titles you can play multiplayer easily with guests. I like that with the Wonder Siege, you just didn't know what kind of crazy thing was going to happen in each level. Honestly, platformers aren't my favorite genre, but we had a lot of fun playing this. The first Final Fantasy game I ever played was Final Fantasy VII Remaster on the PlayStation 5, and since then I've been making up for lost time playing through all these amazing games I had missed. I really wanted to play Crisis Core before Rebirth, and with its release date coming up, it was finally time to play. We played this on the Switch in console mode, and it was such a wonderful game. I'm so happy to have finally played Crisis Core and experienced the story for myself. It being a prequel story, it was so interesting getting to see what had led the characters to the beginning of Seven's story. I can't get enough of this world, and I'm all geared up for Rebirth to release. The last game we completed this month was King's Quest: The Complete Collection. We had actually played the first chapter some time ago and finally picked it back up to finish it. It was a fun story with interesting puzzles along the way. I would say occasionally it was difficult to know what to do next because it didn't always seem like the logical next step, at least to me. I would say that Chapter 5, which was the last chapter, was by far the best part of the entire game. Chapter 5 had some really fun, challenging puzzles, and the story really came together in a beautiful way. Well, that was it for the month of January. I think we managed to play a good variety of games, and we really enjoyed everything we played this month. What games did you play in January? Write it in the comments, and until next time, bye!